Happy Halloween. I think that's how I'm gonna start this here.
Yep.
Um, yeah, that's all I got.
Brant says through a muffled $1 Thanos mask.
I think it looks good. If you're on the audio, sorry, sounds like shit for a minute. Yeah, that's today. Oh, I can't breathe in that anymore. So,
Great
uh,
hair
welcome back
looking
to the Flight Deck podcast.
hair's looking immaculate.
Yeah, it's rough. Sorry. Um, we're done. No more baseball.
I was
That's
gonna
it.
say
That's all.
Yeah, we're done. That's the podcast. Thanks for listening.
yeah,
We'll catch you next week. We just wanted to say happy Halloween.
yeah.
No, yeah, baseball's done for another year.
Another
And is it wrong to say like baseball's been done for a couple of weeks now? Like I haven't really cared in a while.
well, you don't have a dog in the fight. You just
No,
don't want you just didn't want the Yankees to win, and they
no,
didn't.
I didn't really want the Dodgers to win either, but we didn't have much of a choice.
Hey, they were the far
It
lesser of two
wasn't. It
evils.
wasn't a very good playoffs overall.
No, it really
No.
wasn't. It was boring. There was a couple of interesting moments in this series, but all in all, like this, a 5-game World Series is lame. Could have been a 4-game World Series if Volpe didn't hit that grand slam, and I don't know, it just kind of sucked. Yeah, but we're done. Congrats to the Dodgers on spending $7 billion and buying a World Series.
They were. Hey, simmer down. The Yankees had a higher payroll, so
Right.
like
They have a higher active payroll, but in 10 years, when they're paying all these guys for the team that currently played this year,
This is fair.
yeah,
then
Well,
they'll have to
also,
deal with it then.
yeah.
But
guys, we need to point something out very serious. The prophecy continues. This is the 5th straight season that a Will Smith has won the World Series.
I didn't even think of that.
yeah,
I thought we were talking.
2020 is the catcher, and then 21, 22, and 23 is the reliever, and 24 is the catcher.
Oh, true. Damn.
So the last 5
so
seasons.
get yourself a Will Smith.
Yeah,
probably just get both. Then we can't lose.
Sure.
seriously.
It might actually offset the I don't want to call it a curse. What would that be
Have
called?
the prophecy.
Sure. That might offset it. Like you have two
You have too
positives.
much.
Or I guess two positives still make a positive. Never mind.
So it works.
Sure. I forget what I was gonna say. Words.
The Yankees suck. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, realistically, the team that played baseball won. The other team didn't play baseball.
No,
And they
No.
didn't win.
sucked.
No,
Aaron Judge was ass
until he wasn't in the last game, but it
until
didn't
he
matter.
had one homer. That
Did he
in
have
the end,
one hit?
no, he
In game 5,
had two.
Yeah.
he had 2 hits and 2 walks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he showed up in the batting anyway.
Realistically, like game 1 was cool. We didn't that was after our podcast, right?
That was
We
after it.
didn't okay. Yeah,
It
game
the
1 was
day
cool.
after.
The Freddie walk off was pretty unreal.
That was sick.
The whole shot was great. That was
Mhm.
fun. Game 2 sucked.
You wouldn't think that probably would have been this. Realistically, that's probably the second best game in this series.
You think second best? Which one you put? The last one was the best.
I think last night a 5-run deficit.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, last night was definitely the best of the series, but this
Yeah.
I don't
one,
know, and it was a 3-run deficit and a walk-off grand slam in the ninth. That is pretty sick too. So,
Yeah,
but
pretty cool.
yeah,
Great first game. Just that the second game score doesn't look as bad as what the game was by the end of it. Because
yeah.
The
Ice
Yankees
Cube
had
game.
the tying run and go ahead run on base. Like it could have been cool, but it really was kind of boring and felt over from the start. Game 3 was it felt over the entire time.
Hey man, we're not going to skip over Ice Cube and Fat Joe. Nate knowing nothing about Ice Cube and Fat Joe at all.
I've heard of Ice Cube.
Okay.
I've not heard of the fat guy walking around in Timberlands on the mound, though.
You not know lean back?
Lean back?
No, I don't think
No?
so.
You might know it to hear it. You play
Maybe.
it after.
But I've never heard of him.
That's not
And
like
Dallas Braden freaking out that he was walking on the mound. I didn't even realize it in real time until I watched videos afterward.
he was walking on the mound in
What the
Tim's.
hell is he on the mound?
He's walking around with the mound in these.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't
What
know, man.
in fuck? Also,
I don't know.
like, what? They were playing the music behind him, and he was not on with
at least-
what was happening at all. And
at
then
least
he
Ice Cube
just starts chanting "Let's go Yankees" every 3 seconds.
At least Ice
It
Cube was
was.
like just rapping and like
I also
switched up the
didn't see Ice
lyrics.
Cube,
No,
so
Ice Cube was good. He was like actually rapping. Like he changed up some lines to talk shit about the Yankees. Like
So what happened here? It was like Ice Cube went out for the Dodgers, so they just decided, who do we have? And went with
Fat
Fat Joe.
Joe. Yeah, of all the people to, I mean,
isn't Jay-Z a huge Yankees fan?
yeah,
Yes, he's from Brooklyn too.
Isn't he always wearing a Yankees hat?
Yeah.
yeah.
I've heard Jay-Z.
Yes.
Like,
I don't know, man. Jay-Z's
you know,
wrapped up in some Diddy stuff right now. It's
is
not.
he? Oh no,
Well, I'm pretty sure they're friends.
potentially. Don't
Allegedly. Sorry. Let me just
allegedly.
throw that in there.
Don't say.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you can't do
You're
that
right.
right now.
Um,
But
was
yeah,
Fat Joe on Hip Hop Squares, or am I making that up? Do you remember Hip Hop
probably
Squares?
the
I don't know
Hip
what
Hop
that
Squares
You
is
is.
fairly
remember it, right?
recent. Like
Yeah, yeah. It was
he
like
was on it.
when I was a kid, it was on. So I'm assuming
Yeah, he was on it.
he was on that. I vaguely remember his like bald ass head with the weird little
Yeah.
fucking beard thing he's got going on there
I
in one of
for,
those squares.
I
Also,
forgot his fucking name until you said it. I just knew he was fat.
actually, not fat anymore.
Not fat. He's
Just Joe.
still pretty fat.
Compared to what he was when he was
Well,
Fat
yeah.
Joe.
What does he
I don't
look
know
like
how fat he
now?
was when he was Fat Joe, but that man was like 350 pounds.
Is he just average size Joe now?
At least 300.
That beard is so fake. He pencils that thing on. Oh yeah, you know what? He is average size Joe
He's
now.
like
You're right.
average Joe. He's average Joe
He
now.
was fat. He lost 200 pounds amid what? Battle with depression. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, average Joe. Okay, we don't have to talk about Fat Joe anymore.
No, we don't. But
No, that's still large.
is he
Okay,
still
so
large?
he's
But he was
large.
huge.
Yeah. But look at him before.
Yeah, I saw that. He's very fat.
Yeah, now he's just like
Yeah.
less fat Joe,
Hmm.
chunky Joe,
He
fluffy
could be
Joe.
less fat Joe. He could be fucking skinny Joe. He could be fucking Joe DiMaggio. That's the only one I've heard of.
He's still either way.
He sucked. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Shout out to Fat Joe. Is there any other baseball things we wanted to talk about in any of the first two games?
I mean, let's see in the game. There was the Otani injury scare,
Oh,
which
right.
Oh yeah, I think
He
we
was
should talk about
irrelevant after that.
yeah, he
Dude,
genuinely
I've dislocated my shoulder twice.
Hmm.
Not fun.
No,
no, especially to swing a bat.
I don't know how he just thought he was going to come back and hit.
I don't know.
Regular season,
Nuts.
he's not playing, obviously,
No, he's
Honestly,
done for
the
most
fact
of the
that he
season.
put balls in play
at all.
like over 100 mile an hour
Yeah,
in game 4 or 5 is insane.
yeah. He looked so bad though.
Mhm.
You could just he was not getting a hit at any point in time.
Yeah. Like
Yeah. Um,
game 3.
I don't have much else to say in those two games or game
I mean-
three for that matter.
Also, we found out what today that Freddie had a broken rib, if not two or something, or rib cartilage.
Really? I didn't hear that one.
Fucking
You
news
guys
to
didn't
me.
see that?
He's
I gotta find that.
insane, dude. Bro. Nah, Freddie
He's
Freeman.
got that Canadian blood in him. That's all it is.
Freddie Freeman.
Oh, I do want to talk about one thing in game three. In what world do you ever send Giancarlo Stanton
That's
at
good.
any point in time? That's what I said in
Okay,
game
sorry.
three. Because I said I
Um,
don't really care about anything in game three, but that's the one thing that's still baffles me to this
Dude.
day.
He got sent and Teo, like there's an image. Teo has the ball in his glove.
Mhm.
Stanton's
He's not even
maybe-
on third.
He's not even on third.
No. And granted, it was a perfect throw and it had to be a perfect throw to get him.
Yeah, but still Stanton was like 2
But
feet
it's
away from the plate.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Right. I know you weren't scoring runs at that point, but sending Stanton is not the person to send.
No. Yes, Nate.
According to Jeff Passan,
Mhm.
he won World Series MVP playing with broken rib cartilage as well.
Jesus.
Good for him, man.
Good for Freddie.
Good for him.
Also, we skipped over game 1.
I skipped over both of them.
We
Was
I
there
know,
something else? I
but
asked if there was anything else.
there was another point in game 1.
Okay, go for it.
Nestor Cortez?
I think Aaron Boone gets a lot of flack, probably unnecessarily, but holy fuck, why are you going to Nestor Cortez, who hasn't thrown in like over a month,
At that point?
instead of
I don't know.
Tim
What was the
Mesa
other guy?
and
that
Tim,
fucking White Sox schmuck that apparently they couldn't use? But
Tim Mesa and Tim
Tim
Hill.
Cook? Tim Hill. Tim Hill.
You had
That
two
is
other
Tim something.
lefty relievers at that point you could have used instead of Nestor.
Well, I probably would have used Nestor over Mesa personally,
Hey
but
man,
Realistically, you probably like. I think it was the right play at the time. Hindsight looks
hey,
really bad, but Tim Hill also
the last
sucks.
two times
he's been
Tim
good.
Mesa has
He
faced
was good the last few times out, but
the last time Tim Mesa faced Shohei Ohtani in a clutch situation, he got him both times.
mm,
Fucking
all
So
I
the last
ever
time
remember
he did
Tim
it,
Mesa
he
doing
got
is
him
giving up
both times.
61.
So how do you get someone both times in one attempt?
because yes.
Right.
Also, for game one, actually, to have a lot. They also had the Glaber fan interference.
Which was definitely fan interference.
It was for sure fan
Big time.
interference.
There's a
Like
bunch of people. There's people on your tweet, on our account that were just like, "That should have been a home run." Like, in no fucking world
that's
should
what
that have been a home run.
like
Like, are we watching the same thing?
if you are finding if you found the podcast through that tweet magically, of all the things you found it through, that
Yeah,
one,
crazy,
like just let's see,
crazy.
bullshit. That was a homer all day long. Home
Oh,
cooking robbed a legit homer.
yeah, no, like not even close. It hits like the 2/3 mark of the wall. Let's
Like,
not kid ourselves here.
oh man,
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Um, yeah, I don't know.
but like,
I genuinely don't remember games 1 through 3. Like I've already taken them out of my
all I
brain.
remember game 1 through 3 is the Stanton, and then we'll get to him in game 5. But Walker fucking Bueller in the
Oh,
World Series is just an animal.
he carved.
Dude, he has like a .3 ERA in 3 World Series starts.
Did you hear his interview after
After I
post game?
heard a bit
No.
of it,
He's like, the guy asked him like, "What did this mean to you?" He's like, "Man, I thought I was gonna get fucking cut from the team."
this is
Honestly,
true.
though,
Statistically, he was like one of the worst
he was
pitchers in
bad,
baseball.
man.
Yeah,
Like, which going into a contract year, as far as I'm aware, is
Not a great idea.
not a great thing.
No.
Like, no. Game 4, big punt by the Dodgers.
Yeah. And they
the
still almost had it at one point.
it was 6-4.
Mhm.
And then Dave Roberts just said, I'm not going to use any of my high leverage guys.
No. Shout out to Freddie Freeman for setting the record for most consecutive games with a home run in the World Series.
Yeah.
Insane.
Beating George Springer.
Insane. Yeah. Also kind of insane. I never really took that in.
George in 17 was insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Wild. But yeah.
but that's the thing. George did it in 1 World Series. Freddie had to do it in 2,
Yeah, that's true.
which I don't know if that's more impressive.
give me. I'll be back in like 2 seconds here. I'm dying
Okay.
right now. Give me a
That's
second.
okay. Okay.
We'll keep
What was I gonna say?
we'll keep going. Freddie. This was the Mookie fight fan.
The game. Oh, this was okay. So we'll wait for that one until Nate gets back.
Yes.
But the Volpe home run, like I don't want to say nice things about the Yankees because I don't like the team, but it was pretty cool.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah, like to hit the grand slam as like Anthony Volpe of all people, like the kid that grew up a Yankees fan,
infamously keep showing the image of him at the 2009 parade.
like they're beating it to death. Like let's not kid ourselves.
He's a Yankee guy.
Yeah, like I understand that he's a Yankee guy, but it was cool.
Mom's lasagna, Italian spaghetti, meatball, papa pie. Like
just a good Bronx paisan. But super like if I'm a Yankees fan and miraculously they would have came back and won this series, like you point to that as like one of the coolest moments you've seen as a Yankee fan, I would assume.
It's insane.
But they didn't, so it didn't really matter. There was a point there where I genuinely thought the Yankees were going to come back and do this fucking thing. Because it was 3-0. They came back and won, and it was like all the lines were coming together. It was like the last time any team had ever come back from 3-0 was against the Yankees. And the guy that kind of got that thing kickstarted in I think it was the last game, right? In game 5, 7, whatever it was Dave Roberts, the manager of the Dodgers.
Another thing that was scaring me is that in history, apparently, and I just learned this, if a series goes 3-0, it never gets to a game 6.
No, I never knew that either.
Like, and
it's only gotten to game 5.
It's only gotten to game 5
13 times.
No,
sorry, no, it was game. It was game 5 was like 14 times. I don't know, whatever it was.
6 was like never.
Yeah,
6 was never.
Yeah,
whatever. Either way, Nate, ridiculous.
Yeah, Nate, we were waiting for you, but we were game 4, Mookie Betts, and the Yankee fan.
Yeah. So did you guys already talk about it? Or
no,
we
didn't.
waited.
We waited for you. So
Yeah,
fucking jackass. The fact that we know his name,
I don't know
like
his name.
I
I
don't
saw
know
it.
his
I
name.
I
eliminated it from my brain.
but it's the fact that his name is like out
Yeah.
there now.
Yeah.
Motherfucker got interviewed by ESPN, New
Mm-hmm.
York Times,
Mm-hmm. Jesse Rogers, ESPN, right?
Barstool. Like, bro.
He admitted it was premeditated.
Mhm.
Actually,
And yeah, he's like, they talk about it all the time, apparently. That's our section. If ball comes in here, we're gonna try and do everything we can to defend it.
The words "we got to D up" were used. You did well. Clearly, you didn't D up because Mookie made the catch.
yeah. I
Like,
like I don't hate that mantra. Like, yeah, if the ball's over the wall and you can fucking make a play on it in your side, I'm pretty sure that's legal.
Yes, it is.
yes, but
But
it's like
but ripping it out of a dude's glove while
when
like
he has
holding him
already
against the wall?
also off the ground. Mookie's not on the ground when
No, he's
he
floating. They're
he's
holding
up
him up.
he's off the ground. Mookie, not a
Such
tall
loser
man.
behavior. I just
Yeah, and
The
then
fact that
haha.
they're getting so much praise and like Yankees fans are beloving them and everyone's like, oh,
it's
it's not
literally
that
only Yankees
bad.
fans though.
It's not that bad, but oh my god, say it was in Dodger Stadium and someone did that to Juan Soto. We're screaming bloody murder.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro,
Also,
Todd
it's only
Frazier,
not that bad because nothing happened to Mookie.
yeah.
Like
Todd
if he would have ended
Frazier
up hurt,
on foul territory literally said like like it's New York fans. Like what do you expect? It's like don't let him
No,
come back for game 5 and then like we'll
but
see what happens
he's a
like
season
next year.
he's a
I don't
season
think they
ticket
should
holder.
lose their season tickets and whatnot or get banned. Bro, what's more
That's
dangerous? A person running on the field, nowhere near a player, streaking, whatever, get tackled by security, don't make it on the Jumbotron, or this guy ripping fucking Betts' glove off, trying to,
yeah.
yeah.
all over social media everywhere, and they're
And
making him a cult hero. So now what's the precedent? If
yeah.
you don't come down with a lifetime ban or something that harsh, bro, it's gonna happen 10 times next season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Like it's also just the fact that it's like the fact that everybody's just like, you guys are making too much of a big deal out of it. Motherfucker, that's technically assault.
Mm-hmm. It
Like
sounds stupid, but
it
it
sounds
is.
stupid, but that's technically assault.
Yeah.
In in there's a world where say Mookie Betts like messes up his wrist
Mm-hmm.
on that play. There's
Mm-hmm.
a very like there's a good chance in that there's a world where that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
This
can't make
legitimate like impact play of the World Series at that point.
If it's not one of probably the nicest people in Major League Baseball,
Yeah.
oh my god.
if that's me, I'm like stepping back and I'm wailing that guy in the face with the
Yeah.
ball that I just caught.
Yeah.
I'm whamming, dude. At the very minimum, I'm taking my glove and just going, like, I'm whamming it with my
I'm
glove.
surprised he didn't swing at him while it was like he kind of just like swung his other arm around for a second and didn't do anything. I'm like, I probably would have at least tried to
The
hit the guy.
jackass was like, Mookie was talking shit, and I'm just like, okay,
I,
like, was Mookie talking about your mother?
I'm
No.
so happy that Yankees fans didn't get this.
Mookie was able to talk shit because he was up 3-0 on your
Yeah.
goofy asses. Also, other motherfucker wearing the sliding mitt. You gonna wear a sliding mitt to a World Series game, and you're sitting in the stands?
I,
What the fuck are you doing?
There
it's
were two
legitimate.
of them.
There were two of them.
Yeah.
There were two people.
Legitimate Evo Shield sliding man. I thought
Yeah,
you were
not no
kidding at
ghetto
first.
thing.
I
It
thought it
was
was
a
just something
legitimate,
else. No,
like
legitimate
teal
Evo
Evo
Shield.
Shield mitt.
But there were two of them because in the picture, the guy's wearing it.
Uh-huh.
The picture of the two guys trying to rip it off,
Yeah.
that's his glove off. You watch the video of them walking up the
He's
stairs.
got it in his pocket.
The buddy with the sunglasses has an Evil Shield mitt in his back pocket too.
It's fucked.
Dude, it's
Just absolutely fucked.
like
I hate that fan base. I'm so glad they lost. They don't
yeah,
deserve
and
anything.
then we
Karma
had a
got them,
certain we also had a
realistically.
certain media publication just proudly showing their main three guys laughing their asses off at the play.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, but it's just the Yankees way, man. They just I don't know. I try to put myself in their shoes and like see like if that was the Jays on the other foot. It's still stupid. I don't know.
dude, there's an art. Sorry, there's an. We can talk about this a little bit. There's an article that came out.
Hmm?
It's just from Joel Sherman. It just says, in the World Series, the Dodgers knew who the Yankees were and capitalized on it. And some of the shit that I like, the quotes that are coming out of it, is the
Hmm.
funniest thing in the world. Like, I'll just read a part of it.
Hmm?
They were thrilled at how short Yankee leads were at first base to potentially be less of a threat, where Gavin Lux does not excel. They said their metrics had the Yankees as the worst positioned outfield in the league. They were amazed at how many times relay throws came skittering through the infield.
Do you know why they're the worst? Just it doesn't matter. They are the worst
They're
outfield
slow.
in the league.
Judge has a Gold Glove. It is insane to me.
In right though, doesn't
No,
have
Sure, but that's
fair.
not
I
in
guess
center.
Judge
He's
Gold
not
Glove
a
is
good
the
center
right.
fielder.
Yeah.
Juan Soto's not a good fielder either.
Neither is Verdugo, is he?
Verdugo's the best of the
He's
three.
a.
He's average. Verdugo's average. At least.
I know it doesn't mean anything, but he is a Gold Glove finalist this year. I don't know
Soto
if it
or
was
Verdugo?
deserved. Verdugo.
Verdugo's I'd say
So
average.
is Soto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
So I guess it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Like,
I know we haven't gotten to this game yet, but
can-
Teoscar's double
we can get
in
to
the
it.
last game.
We can,
I don't really know how that didn't get caught.
especially considering the catch that Aaron Judge made earlier. Against
Yeah,
the Yankees.
it felt
Which one
like
was
that.
that?
Teo was
I'm
Teo.
blanking.
It was the
It
5-5
was like a
play.
line drive. It was barely even a line drive. It was like a fly ball that just like kept hanging on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
kind of a line
felt
drive,
like
but,
it was up there forever, and Judge was nowhere near it.
It was left center, but it was more to center. Like the hit where it was.
Mhm.
Like, and I guess we'll just get into game 5.
Mhm.
Like, first off,
Jack Flaherty sucked.
Something that's not going to. Jack Flaherty won an inning and a third.
Terrible. He was terrible.
He I think it was he had like a 7 ERA in the playoffs or in the World Series.
Didn't he have a good first game? Just didn't matter.
It didn't matter because I think it's the playoffs, because if you remember his last start before the World Series, he gave up like 8 to the Mets.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he didn't have a good playoffs.
No.
And that's their number
He
one.
alternated. No, it
Yeah,
was like
it
bad
was
game,
good.
good game, bad game,
Yeah.
good game, bad game, good
But
game.
his bad games were heavily fucked up his good games. Like, and Gerrit Cole with one of the funniest looking stat lines I've ever seen in my life. 6 2/3, 5 runs, none earned.
I want to protest this none earned thing. Because I know technically it's none earned,
but technically,
but he's the reason that he got 5 runs put on his neck.
We're just gonna go in order real quick before we get to the cool thing. All right, so Judge finally gets a home run. Blah blah blah. Jazz Chisholm absolutely shits on a baseball. Go back to back.
Yeah, that was tank.
I hate how much I like Jazz. I hate that.
I absolutely hate him.
And then fine.
I hated him a lot more in this series than or in this playoffs.
I have never liked him. He is so overrated. I don't understand what he does.
He hit a homer. He's their 4-stick.
Sick.
That's another funny thing. Aaron Boone's unwillingness to fucking move Aaron Judge out of the 3-hole.
It got them a win.
When you had
Giancarlo,
because he was ass.
Because he was terrible.
Hot ass.
I wouldn't.
He was hot ass. He was not finding it.
Like,
you're not trying to prove a point to the guy. Like, if
I don't think you're proving a point. I think you're trying to win.
You're not trying to prove a point.
Yeah, but
Aaron Judge has been.
You can't win without him. You need him. True. He has to perform.
I guess it doesn't really matter where he would have hit in the lineup. They still suck.
Again, you literally, if you put Stanton 3 and you go like either Judge 4 and Chisholm 5 or vice versa, like do that for a game.
No.
Like, Verdugo
doesn't make any sense.
Fine, then Verdugo gets a fucking single, makes it 4-0. Stanton hits a bomb, whatever, blah blah blah. He hits 7 home runs this playoffs.
Yeah, it's nuts. It doesn't make sense because it's Judge, but if this is player A with the same stats as Judge,
exactly.
There's no reason why Judge should be hitting fucking third.
No, there is, because he is your offense and you need him to go.
But he wasn't. He was irrelevant the entire playoffs.
But you're not winning without him.
You weren't winning with him in that spot. You needed him to step up, but like try and let him step up in like the 7th spot.
To be fair, they were winning without him the entire playoffs.
The entire way through.
The entire way through, they were winning without him.
Mm-hmm.
They were winning in spite of him.
The teams they played, bro.
Yeah, they didn't play anyone.
They played who was
you had the Royals going to the World Series.
Real shit,
motherfucker. Yeah, because they actually know how to play baseball. They don't make fucking give up 5 unearned in 1 inning.
We're going back to it.
I didn't say they were good.
We're here now.
I didn't say they were good, but the Yankees did not face a team all playoffs.
Yeah. Gerrit Cole should have minimum 4 earned runs.
It's okay. I see where you're coming from.
It doesn't matter who the error is on.
I know.
An error does not count.
I know. Okay. And I understand statistically it doesn't.
The Judge
error.
Hilarious.
I want to start here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start here first.
Okay.
Which one are we more mad? Which one are you more mad at? If you're manager in that locker room, whatever.
I think
Coles.
I think Cole's because of the moment, but the
I'm way
Judge
more
one
pissed
is
off at Coles.
but the Judge one is terrible.
The judge is bad. Like,
The Judge is
I don't know
atrocious.
how he drops that.
Physical
Dude,
errors happen. You can't have fucking mental errors.
No.
the Judge one,
Like he just stopped running.
yeah, the Judge one, like there's a slow mo for the Judge one where
Hmm?
like you can see his eyes
He looks away. Yeah.
never on the baseball.
No.
The
Yeah.
but the Cole one, where are you
It's
going?
it's on both of them.
I was about to say the exact same thing because
Rizzo,
Rizzo gets up and looks for Cole and goes, "Oh, he's not going. I guess that's it." Like never
I
even
gotta
makes an
run.
attempt.
But Cole also like, but Cole's like Cole. It kind of looks like Cole's walking towards the dugout because he
Yeah.
assumes Anthony Rizzo's getting and I'm like,
It's just
sir,
embarrassing.
do
And
you?
like, yeah, Judge's one sucked. It was an uglier error, but
But it was like the
realistically, if you get that
beginning.
out, it doesn't lead to anything.
It was the
Yeah.
beginning of like the inning. The
Like
Cole,
Was
that.
Cole's technically an error?
no,
No, I guess
It
not.
was a base hit, right?
no,
Uh,
because
Because the error was on Volpe.
the errors were Judge and Volpe in that inning, and then the Cole, yeah, and then there was Cole that did technically wasn't an error. The third
There were
error for
three errors.
the third error was
Was Austin
catcher's
Wells.
Austin Wells catcher's interference later in the game.
oh, right.
So yeah, but like
Huh.
It didn't
but like
matter
That's
because all
so
runners were on, or no, two of the runners were on because of the errors,
So they're
and
already
there
unearned.
were already two
Mhm.
outs, and there were two errors, so you're
I
past.
think it should just go back to being earned. Like you earned this, pal. Like I know it's not how it works, but in my head, he earned
yeah,
all of those runs
there
himself.
should be a stat that's like it's earned it's runs earned runs and then you earned
You
these.
earned it.
You earned it.
Actual earned runs. This is
Like,
still your fault.
but
Like,
like even still, like you were saying, like obviously the Mookie infield single,
uh-huh.
Freddie Freeman just did the thing, and then the Teo double, and it's just like
That's it. Like,
that is one of the worst. That is one of the most pleasant viewing innings of my life.
As
oh, it's
I
great.
texted you, or I messaged you guys this last night, but as soon as Judge dropped that ball,
Hmm.
I was
Oh, you
like,
knew it was coming.
they're blowing this.
Yeah,
And then the Volpe thing happened, and you're like, they're really gonna do this
they are Elvis Andrus of 2015ing this thing. Like
as a collective.
as a team.
Like Elvis fucked up
They're
because
just
we got
not
for
they're
him.
not a fundamentally sound baseball team.
They're
That's
not.
No,
why that's why I picked the Royals over them
This.
because the Royals actually
because
played fundamentally
because
sound
can we
baseball.
can we just talk about this? They
Mhm.
currently have a center fielder who's a right fielder. They have a right
Mhm.
fielder who should be a DH.
Mhm.
They have a shortstop center field second baseman playing third base.
Yep.
Like they have a left fielder who is
Okay,
actually a left
no,
fielder.
no.
Like
They have a second baseman playing third base. He's not a fucking shortstop. He's not a fucking center fielder. He's a second baseman.
Well, he's a
It
decent center fielder, but
he's,
he's
he's
fucking mediocre at everything, bro. He
he's
isn't
bad at
fucking
third.
good.
this
Um,
didn't know Nate was gonna die on the
He
Jets. Good to
throws a
know.
fucking wet pool noodle with it. Like that's what his fucking arm is.
Hey, you're gonna respect MLB the Show cover athlete gestures.
No, I'm not. My guy is a second baseman because if he's a fucking outfielder, he can't throw the ball in.
Gestures.
He fucking drives me nuts.
yeah.
I can't wait for next year and him to slump.
Oh, he's
Oh,
gonna
it's
get
gonna be so
shredded
much
in New
fun.
York. He had a good
Oh,
run in New
fucking
York there.
Yeah,
oh yeah, he did. But
he
all the
was
fucking extra shit the Jazz does
Yeah.
when
It's
he's
gonna be
not
way more
performing,
annoying when you're hitting like a buck 90
oh,
for a month and a half.
a buck 90
oh,
with a
he's
home
gonna get
run.
eaten alive. You thought Joey Gallo had it bad.
Joey Gallo was actively the worst player I've ever seen in my life, dude.
But then he got
I'm
better.
You just wait and see.
But okay, to even the funnier point, the Yankees got the lead back in this game,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
blew it again.
Yep. They're good at
Like,
this. This World Series really showed me how bad the Blue Jays were this
oh yeah,
Yes.
year. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we're worse than the Yankees this year. That's not
Oh, by
questionable. We're
far,
way worse.
by
No.
far.
But
See,
holy fuck, are
there
the
is a
Yankees not
difference.
good?
There is a difference.
Hmm.
This Yankees team isn't good.
Right.
This Yankees team wasn't good all year.
Right.
But this Yankees team had Aaron Judge
Mm,
mashing baseballs all
true.
year.
They
It was
You
had
put
massive.
Aaron Judge on this team,
Mm,
they make this a close series at least. I don't know if they win, but they
mm.
can out hit most of their problems with mediocre
mhm.
pitching. It doesn't matter how shit their
I
base
think
running is
someone
and their fielding and everything. But you put this team through the regular season with the way Aaron Judge just hit, they're fucking worse than us.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
It's
was I gonna
crazy.
say? Someone put like a perfect like bow on the Yankees season. Like there's someone said like that game yesterday was like a microcosm of the entire Yankee season. You start
Right.
off super hot, and
Yep.
then you go, what the fuck happens in the middle? You kind of give them some more redemption in the end, but then you
And
fuck
then
it
you
again.
fizzle it out.
Like that's what happened, and that's what happened with the Yankees all year. They started off super hot and then fell off a cliff, and then kind of just stayed 500 the rest of the season after that. Like
Um, the one other thing I think they talked about it on Baseball is Dead a little bit, about Gerrit Cole not going game 3 or
game 4,
game 4, sorry. Yeah.
I it's
They were saying like, oh, like it's one game, you don't want to like you want him rested.
in
Like I think that's fucking stupid. You're done.
obviously,
Like this is the end of it. You're getting that game 3 win, and if you're gonna win the series, you need to go 7, and you want Gerrit Cole to be your game 7 guy. If he pitches game 5, he's not going game 7 to start.
it's
I think you look back at it though, the more I've thought about this, like I fucking hate Cole, so I'll join you on that. Like
Mm-hmm.
fuck him anytime. Anytime you want to say that, that's
Mm-hmm.
good. But it's a bullpen game.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Hill was good all year.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to win that game with Luis Hill against their bullpen.
and
Yeah.
they
You
did.
then have to win the next game against Flaherty.
Right. Who's been bad?
Like
Yeah, he's been up and down, but
Who's been up and
if
down?
if
Fine.
you use Cole
Mm-hmm.
and at that point there's no point saving Hill for game 4
No.
or for game
Game
5.
5. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're relying on Rodon on short rest,
Yeah.
which I'm
I
sure
mean,
that's going to go
but you
great.
use Heel
Like
again anyways. Like I don't
I
trust
don't know.
Rodon that much, but I think you use Heel anyways. And like Heel's gonna have to get you a win at some point. I'm not arguing that. My point is that you now don't have Gerrit Cole the rest. Like he might come out of the pen in game 7
so he
if
would
you
have.
I
if you
don't
make
think you'd
it.
be starting him game 7 anyway. Look at
You 3 days rest on both though.
what is the most iconic pitching performance in the
What's his
playoffs that
nuts?
you can remember in the World
Mad
Mad
Series?
mad bum.
Mad bum.
What did he do?
You went 1-3-6-7.
He
I
closed
thought
the
it was
7.
1-4-7.
He
Or
closed
Was it
the
1-4-7?
he closed one of the games. I know that.
he closed 7. I
Yeah.
don't think he pitched in 4 games. If he did, that's insane.
I'm pretty
He
sure he
might
did,
have.
but I have to look it up. What year was it?
14.
It was 14.
2014 that he did it. I thought for sure he pitched in 4 of them, but that's the wrong link.
There's no way he threw game 3 as well.
I feel like he pitched every game. I don't remember him not pitching.
Let's see.
This is great podcasting.
Let's see. Okay. He made a relief appearance. He closed game 7.
Mhm.
He came off short rest and threw a complete game shutout in game 5.
5.
It was 7-5, and then short rest implies like 2 or
2.
3. Like
It has to be 2.
yeah, 2-5-7. One of those being a complete game shutout. Like
Okay.
Okay, you're right. You're right. That's the same as
1.
1-4-6.
Yeah.
but they wouldn't have had Cole close.
1-4-7. I'm not even giving a 1-4-6. All you had to do was 1-4-7.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Like
No,
you are
he's
the highest paid. Is he still? I'm pretty sure he's still the highest paid pitcher in the league,
oh
right?
yeah.
Unless you
Yeah, but
count
I don't,
Shohei, but
like I
like
don't think he has that dog in him.
no, clearly,
He's a whipped little puppy.
clearly,
He,
that's brutal.
I don't like giving Gerrit Cole any credit. Houston Gerrit Cole is a fucking much different person than Yankees Gerrit Cole.
This one's a
Yeah.
shell
Houston
of
He's a
Gerrit
whipped
himself.
little puppy.
Houston Gerrit Cole is a dog, but this guy is I don't know what he is anymore.
I do. He's a whipped
Does
little puppy.
does
There you go.
Garrett Cole doesn't have a championship, right?
Yeah, with oh wait,
I don't
no,
think he does.
He was on the 19 Astros. Was he on the 17 Astros?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, the 19.
18-19,
Pirate.
baby.
Yeah, he was 18-19. 19 Astros was his chance. So
Like this is probably going to be your only chance to win a World Series.
Hey, you know who else you can say that for?
Hmm?
That real big tall guy that was pretty irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
He's
It's his own
32 or
fault.
he's gonna be 33 in April.
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about Stanton?
No,
No.
Okay, that's irrelevant.
no, the other real big guy that was irrelevant.
Wait, Aaron Judge is about to be 33.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not
In
young,
April.
dude.
I knew
Yeah.
he was like I knew when he got the contract
No.
he was like 30.
No,
But like, Jesus.
I just
He's the same age as Bryce Harper.
Bryce
That
Harper's
doesn't.
33.
Yeah, but Bryce came in the league when he was like 18. Aaron
Yeah,
Judge didn't debut till he was like 24.
yeah.
Like,
It's my point
man,
being, you're never gonna get this chance again. Nut the fuck up. Pitch game one.
hey,
Shove it down Boone's throat and say I'm pitching game four, and I'm going game seven when we get there.
do you
And
want?
if you don't have that attitude, you don't deserve to win.
Speaking of
No,
nutting up,
you're not wrong.
two dudes nutted up in game 5. Blake fucking Trinan
Big
went
time.
2 2/3
Yeah.
and 1 day arrest. Walker fucking Bueller.
Yeah.
It's his side day.
It's his side day. Like,
Also, he
was
threw
the filthiest side day in MLB history.
he threw next to nothing in his start. I'm pretty sure it was like 80.
70s.
Was it 70s?
It was 70
Like
something.
he had the arm in him. It's
But
not.
still, bro.
It's impressive. Don't get me wrong.
Trinan
I don't want to
nutted up. I'll
belittle
give
what
you
he
that
did.
one.
Trinan was insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
7 outs, and the pitch that he threw to Rizzo to end his day was the dirtiest fucking slider I've ever seen in my life. But
Blake Trinan had the power of Donald Trump flowing through his veins. He could do no wrong.
This is not a politics
No,
podcast.
I was gonna say,
it's
don't do it.
It's just Blake Trinan.
Don't do it, folks. You gotta remember, folks.
Shit guy, good pitcher.
Some of your favorite players are probably
Yeah, all of them, dude. Let's not kid
90% of
ourselves.
them are voting that way, guys. That's pretty
All of them. Yeah,
Hey,
no.
Stop for half a second here.
Mhm.
Oh no.
If you had multiple $100 million,
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no,
they were gonna
yeah.
tax the
I
shit
get
out
why
of
they
you,
do it.
which way
Don't
would
get
you
me
be
wrong.
voting?
Yeah, you know what? It's not a politics.
I
podcast.
get why they do it, and I understand, but
It sucks, but it is.
it's just the reality of it.
the reality of the situation.
What's his name? Walker Bueller's celebration.
Just
Well, it was kind of cringy. I
simple.
think
No, it's simple.
I didn't
Simple but
love it.
effective.
I didn't love it.
What'd he do?
He
literally
literally
just-
he K'd him and just went.
It was just like I don't know. It was
Simple.
awkward.
Sorry, it wasn't the synchronized glove toss with fucking like Jan Gomes and Daniel Hudson in 2019.
Yeah, that was more fun. Buster Posey and was it Sergio Romo? That was like yeah, it just electric. Those things, like I don't know. His just seemed like yeah, I've been there, done that. It's like
no, because
you really like I know you kind of have, but like nobody cares about that one. This is the first time you got a World Series where people are like, "Damn, good work."
yeah, man.
Okay, but there've been 2 dynasties in the past 10 years.
Are we counting the
Which
Astros?
which one has 2 relevant championships?
The Astros.
Yeah, man, relevant.
You're giving the
You're
Astros
giving the cheating
cheating
World
scandal
Series.
championship more relevancy than the 2020?
I don't think either of them have two relevant ones.
Okay, to give credence to the Dodgers,
Mhm.
the Astros cheated during the like fully cheated, admitted to cheating. The
Mhm.
Dodgers just had a shortened season, but everybody else had the same conditions.
No,
Yeah,
I know, but the
everyone
Dodgers'
had-
main problem was that they couldn't do it when they got to October.
Well, now they
So you
can't.
gave them half a
Shut up.
season and they were in July. Now they did. Now it's great. They had to pay $1 billion, and I don't really respect this one as much.
Also, I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves here,
Huh?
they should not have made the World Series in 2020. They were down 3-1 to the Atlanta Braves in the NLCS.
Yeah.
Like,
They just had the life left.
well, to be
I
fair,
don't know.
with this one,
Good
they
for
were
them.
down.
This
they were
is
down
impressive.
2-1 to the Padres in the DS.
They also didn't have a rotation.
They had 3 pitchers.
I think we need to look at this. Let's just start from the hop here.
Mhm.
You go back to uh everyone else is still in spring training except for these 2 teams, or they were in Japan, correct?
Yes.
Korea or
Japan.
Japan?
No, Japan, because it was for
Oh,
Shohei
one of-
and Yama.
one of the
Yamo
2?
and-
No, that was Korea. I remember.
Yeah, I think it was Korea. I think you're
Was it
right.
Korea?
It was Korea.
They're in Korea. Do you remember what happened while they were in Korea?
Yamamoto got fucked up, didn't he?
They lost.
He did get fucked up. They did lose. I think they split. But like
Ippei.
we're kind of forgetting the whole Ippei thing happened during this regular season.
It's
Whatever.
insane.
It's nothing.
You have no Shohei pitching, no Kershaw, no
No-
Glasnow,
No Dustin May.
No Dustin May, no Tony
May,
Gonsolin.
Stone,
You lost. Yeah, I was gonna say you lost Stone. Like
Yeah.
River Ryan. Also
River,
came up
no,
and was
River
gross.
Ryan was good. Like
Um, no, like
They
Freddie
didn't
Freeman.
have Max Muncy for the
Freeman?
World Series.
oh my god, man.
They
talk
didn't have
about
Max Muncy for a good chunk of the season. Neither did Mookie Betts. Freddie
Yeah.
Freeman was hurt for a
Man,
while,
yo,
also had the issues, like his kids' health issues that he was away.
Yeah.
Like,
their opening day shortstop is their right fielder currently.
Yeah.
the
I
the
kind of
Like,
forgot they
fact,
did
the
that.
amount of like, sure, they were the favorites, sure, they paid all this money.
Hmm.
They still went through a hell of a lot of adversity, and it's
hey
damn
Hmm.
man,
impressive they made it here.
they were going through so much adversity that a Blue Jays legend got a World Series because he played on their team for a little bit. Kevin fucking Biggio is a world champion because the Dodgers been through
We
so
got
much
really deep into
adversity.
this
No,
podcast without saying
no,
that. That's
30
impressive.
no,
games of
no,
Kevin
no,
Biggio.
no. You are not a world
Okay,
champion
World
unless
champion.
you were on the roster
Does he
when
have a
they
ring?
fucking
he's
won.
a ring
Is he getting a
recipient.
ring?
He can be a ring
Is he getting
recipient.
a ring? He's a World Series champion.
He's a
No,
World
Okay.
Series ring recipient. Okay,
If he's getting a ring, he's a World Series champion.
no, that's
He's
not how
he's
that
a World Series
works.
okay,
champion.
but
He's a World Series champion.
I
He
love
has
how
more rings than you and I will ever
we
have.
we just haven't mentioned congrats to the legendary ending of the careers of Kevin Kiermaier and Daniel Hudson.
Oh yeah.
They have
I
both.
didn't know Daniel Hudson was retired.
Daniel
I
Hudson
didn't
like
know Daniel
literally.
Ryan or Daniel Hudson still existed.
He,
He
I
gave
thought he
up
was
the
dead.
home run
Oh, I
to
know. I saw.
fucking
I didn't know he existed until this. Emmett Sheehan was the other one. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Emmett Sheehan, also Ryan Yarborough,
Yeah.
World Series
Oh, shout out
champion,
Ryan Yarbrough. 3 members of the Blue Jays this year are receiving rings.
can potentially receive rings,
Can potentially. They might not actually. You're
and
right.
none of the Yankees.
No Yankees. Love that.
Well,
two of
shout
them
out.
will for sure. The third one is up in the
You think
air.
Yarbrough gets one?
100%. He was there for 3/4 of the season.
He was there for He was pretty much. He was there till the
He was
deadline,
there till the deadline.
and he was there last year too. So like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think there's a very good chance that Biggio does. It's usually guys that played like not very many games.
he had 30. It was 30 games, I think, with Cav. Like 30 games.
I don't
He
think
was there a
he
good
was
chunk.
relevant enough to like deserve one,
No,
but
but
I
he
think he will
probably
get
gets
one.
one.
Yeah. But yeah, like Teo's a
Awesome.
world champion now, and everybody, yay! He's
Anthony
gonna stay.
Banda?
He's gonna stay with the Dodgers. So like, just great to hear.
Is he?
He came out in like an interview and said my priority is staying with the Dodgers.
Doesn't mean shit.
Okay, see, but now we can. I had this brought up, but like now we can get into the funny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Juan Soto's exit interview.
He's gone.
He is,
But we knew
gone.
that. He was going where he was going to get paid right from the start. It does not
Like,
matter.
You sent in our group last night after the Dodgers won, Connor. Fucking Corbin Burns eye emojis. No shit.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Corbin
playing
Burns
PR
eye
games right
emojis.
now
Yep.
because they want every team they can involved.
Bro, I'm just
Mhm.
saying.
If Juan Soto gets the highest offer from the Pittsburgh Pirates or the Colorado Rockies,
The fucking White Sox.
I bet he is playing there.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. Sorry, Connor.
They would also have to like probably illustrate a plan of how they're gonna be not absolute ass, but
Not
like
also, we can shout out a man that made MLB history. Shout out Miguel Vargas for in the same season being on a team that won the World Series and lost 121 games.
That's, yeah.
well,
Fuck.
no one's ever lost 121 games before, so obviously like
Exactly.
everyone on that team made history.
There
No,
you go.
but he also won a World Series. He's part of a World Series team for a portion
I
of the
know
season.
you're grasping at straws there to shit out a White
I
Sox.
said for a portion of the
It's
season.
such a baseball stat.
It is, man.
Did you know Aaron Judge was the first? What was Jamie's stat? The first player ever to hit a single in
RBI
the
single.
an RBI single in the sixth inning with their team or whatever inning with their team leading by 6 runs.
Mm-hmm. In game 6, game 5, game 4. Sorry. Yeah. Shout out to Judge for this incredible stat.
That's not real.
Shout out to Decoy for winning a World
Fuck
Series.
that. You shut up. You can't be shouting
that
him
little
out
dog.
when I was gonna.
Yeah, they legitimately made a graphic for that fucking little piece of shit.
Yeah.
I've never hated a dog more in my life.
Oh man. Also, just
How
the
about
nice
Shohei's year?
Yeah.
Got a dog, got married,
Got married
series,
quietly.
went
got married
50-50.
to an average Japanese wife who is a professional basketball player.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost went to jail.
Potentially almost went to jail. Fooled an entire country.
Got Ipe to take the blame.
Got
Mhm.
eBay to take the
Fall
blame.
guy.
50-50 season.
Mm.
World
Separated
Series.
shoulder in the World Series.
Yeah, and then won the World Series
World Series champion.
in his first season out of Angels.
Am I wrong saying I would have respected him more if he would have went somewhere else and did this?
Hey, Can
Like,
I was just scrolling through a run sheet here.
mhm.
Brent, what was your prediction preseason?
Oh my
Dodgers over
God.
Yankees. Yeah.
How many games did you have? We didn't do
We
games, did
didn't do
we?
games.
Shit.
No. Yeah. Kind of wish you did, but
Brant is so mad that he was ultimately right.
yeah, I fucking hate it when I did it,
He was
but I got it.
ultimately fucking
That's so
right.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I know.
uh,
Pretty good. I should have bet on it, but
Dodgers over Yankees.
yep. It's just such a chalk answer. Like you knew it was coming.
I feel like that makes sense, but both these teams' paths here were
Vastly.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like it wasn't what you expected.
No.
for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's not look at any of my other predictions though.
no,
That's
not
fine.
in mine either.
That was the only thing I did well this
Mine
year.
either. Guys, before we get out of here, do you guys know that there's already shit happening in the league?
Yes.
I didn't know until I saw you write it in here.
We can go through that quickly. But Jorge Soler has been traded to the LA Angels
Hmm.
for Griffin Canning, and
It doesn't make sense at
all
all.
the
$25
report.
million for a serviceable pitcher on a team that doesn't have pitching, on a team that has Rendon and Trout, who both need DH bats, and
Yeah.
Soler cannot play the
So
field.
you put dude, that man Ron Washington is being sabotaged at every fucking turn, and I hate
Guys,
it.
it's the Angels.
They also have,
We don't need to have this conversation. It's the Angels. That's all we need to
but
say.
they have Moniak,
Mm,
Adele, Ward,
mm,
uh, Trout,
mm,
and Soler. That's
mm.
five guys you probably want to get in the lineup every day for three outfield spots and a DH spot.
Bitch. Yeah.
It's the fucking Angels.
Hey
They're
man,
trash.
we're hey
No team is as dumb as the Angels, and that's including the damn White Sox.
yeah. Well, hey, the White Sox.
Hey, White Sox news.
Yeah, we got a couple pieces of
Paul
White
Brady
Sox.
Sizemore, they said.
Will Venable.
Crazy.
Will Venable.
Real Venable.
Shout him out. He's gonna be the new manager of the White Sox.
Mm.
Apparently the rumor is he's gonna bring back former manager Rick Renteria to be his bench coach. It's gonna be funny.
Okay.
So also the White Sox, in not being boneheaded, they declined the team option for Yohan Moncada. So he's a free
Oh,
agent. It's a free
nice.
agent.
Don't say it.
I wasn't. I was gonna say that he would look great in Buffalo Bison
Don't.
colors.
He would not look good in anything to do with the Toronto Blue Jays. He needs to fuck off.
I maybe take a flyer.
He's like he's a
Walk
he's
He's not that old, is he?
he's
Bloody sucks.
Who?
Yohan Moncada
He
is
sucks.
20.
Like I'd give him like
He's 29.
the fuck's that guy's name? Eduardo Escobar deal. Like
The
here,
invite
come
spring
try
training.
out, and if you have something there, then maybe we'll. Oh, he's a year older than me.
I mean, it sucks because like I looked at the average. I'm like, oh, you batted 275. Oh, 40 at bats.
But that's kind of like it's
Like
there. I don't know. Can he play
So
defense? How's his defense? It's good, isn't it?
it's good. But he really only plays third now. Like
Is
he is
he?
irrelevant. No, stop. End of conversation.
I don't know, man. I take the chance.
Put
he
him
was
on fucking the Yankees with Jazz Chisholm. They can go
hey man,
fucking diddle each other.
don't you put that evil on Yohan Moncada being a Yankee.
I was gonna say he
Um,
has a nine. He had a 915 OPS, which would have been super cool, but it was in 2019, so it
I
doesn't
was
count.
just say it's like 2015.
No, 2019, where the balls were all
um,
juiced as shit.
so
He's
yeah,
had some good years. I don't know, man. I just take the flyer, and I don't think he makes the team, but you give him a tryout.
yeah, he's the Eduardo Escobar. Like
Yeah,
literally,
I think.
give him the Eduardo Escobar if you want. Randall Grichuk declined his mutual option with the Diamondbacks, so Randall was actually pretty good this year, as far as I remember. Like, so gonna try and get some money.
I think he had an 800 or close to it OPS,
He was batting like exclusively against lefties, like
Yeah,
as far as I'm aware.
which is fine.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
plays an average to above average outfield,
yeah.
and he can mash lefties. That is a
875,
875.
valuable piece.
875, 12
What?
home runs, like
12 home
solid.
runs seems low. 106 games.
Yeah, but good for him. In some news that we'll enjoy only because we had to listen to him for the playoffs, Bob Costas is retiring from broadcasting play-by-play in MLB.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bob Costas
He
is
saw everything that went on and went, I'm done.
He just went, yeah, I'm
He
cool.
goes, yeah, I guess that's it for me.
we did talk about starting a new segment. Are we going to do that?
I think we start it next week because we
Was I
didn't.
aware of this
Yeah.
segment?
Oh,
Oh
you're
my.
absolutely. You know what? We
We
can
talked
talk
about it
about
in the
Buddy because
group.
we can make it. We can do it quickly
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna make it. I might make a video on it. Um, how far up is it in our chat?
Will White. I found it.
You
Should not
did?
be
Okay, you
should not be
got it.
that far up, I was gonna say.
So if you guys remember, we talked. What the fuck was Buddy's line? The bird,
Will
Mark
Mark
Fidrich.
Fidrich,
Fridrich. I was gonna say
Did you
Will
guys watch the
Fridrich.
and
Mark
I
Fidrich
haven't had a chance
documentary?
yet.
What
I'm
the
I
going
fuck?
to.
I saw like the first bit of it.
Also, we
Sorry.
mentioned Huey Jennings,
We've mentioned
uh,
Huey Jennings. We mentioned
Leonard, legend,
Gary
absolute
Varsho.
legend. So we're just gonna keep doing this, whether you like it or not. We're all gonna get on board, and we're just gonna keep telling you legendary stories.
From random players.
From we have a whole off season of stupid shit to do,
Yeah.
so we're adding this to
All
the
of the
damn
We've
thing.
drafts,
we've
all of the
we've
head
picked
to
one this
heads.
we've picked one thus far. Connor seems to not enjoy these, so
This
No,
we're gonna let
is
him pick
very
moving
much for me and
forward.
Nate.
no. Don't do this. I was
Unless anyone still listening wants to throw out names,
Hmm.
actually
okay.
make them fun.
To
But
defend myself,
Hmm.
I didn't like it in the context of we were trying to preview the World Series and you brought up Huey Jennings and fucking Wilfred, what the fuck his name
Because
was.
the World Series
Mark
sucked.
Fidrich.
Like,
The bird.
in context, I don't really give a shit otherwise.
Hey,
Like,
you know what? Shout out, what's his name?
Will
Will
White.
White in 1879. Because Will White put together probably the craziest season I've ever seen in my life.
He didn't lead the league in wins
No,
or ERA.
no. But what he did do was he pitched 76 games, started 75 of them, finished 75 of them.
Through 680 innings
I'm sorry.
with a 1.99.
He also, through those 680 innings, he only had 232 strikeouts.
Well, I mean, given the fact that he pitched 600 innings for the sake of his arm, I hope he didn't have to cane that many
Yeah.
people.
74 decisions. He was 43 and 31. 43 wins and he didn't lead the league.
He had a 199 and didn't lead the league.
I want to know who led the league in
He
1879.
walked 68 guys
Hmm.
in 680 innings. He gave up. Guess how many home runs he gave up in 680 innings?
I have
Keep
no
in
idea.
mind, I'll give you this. He led the league next year with 9.
Okay. How many? Sorry. What was
How
your
many home runs in 680 innings?
15?
10.
Holy shit. Good for him. Um, so Will White was second in the league in earned run average. The leader was Tommy Bond with a 1.96.
So, do you have his stats up there? Because
I'm
this
pulling
is
him up now.
absolutely the craziest career I've ever looked at.
Oh, you mean Will White's? No, I just pulled up
Will White,
Tommy Bond.
1977,
Hmm.
2-1 with a 3 ERA in
1877.
20, yeah, sorry, 1877, in 27 innings pitched.
Hmm.
Next year, he had a little better ERA, 171, 30 and 21, 468 innings pitched. 79, as we just discussed, 680, 199, 43 and 31. The following season, kind of interesting. He went 18 and 42
Oh my God.
with a 2.14
What the fuck?
in 517 innings.
Match
Oh my
Jacob
God.
DeGrom, hold my beer. Like,
The following year,
Uh-huh.
okay, he moved around a little bit too, which we should talk about here. Um, he started in 1877 with Boston. They don't have it's just Boston.
And so did fucking what's this guy's name again? Tommy something? Who am I looking at? Tommy Bond also played for just Boston.
Right. But he only lasted 1 year in Boston. They traded him
Okay.
to Cincinnati.
Hmm.
Then in 1881, he threw his last major league game um, with the Detroit Wolverines.
Sick.
Um,
That's a sick team name.
at 26, he went 0-2 with a 5 ERA
Okay. At
in
26?
18 innings.
You know what? I'm actually
He only threw 2 games. He then proceeded to throw 5 more seasons in the minors, the first of which he went 40-12
holy
with a
Christ.
154 ERA in 480 innings
Never made it back
in
up.
Double A. Nope. Next year he went 43-22 with a 209 in 577 innings. Year after, 34-18 with a 332 in 456 innings. Year after that, he's now 30, 18-15 with a 353 in 293 innings. In his final professional baseball season, he had a 415. He went 1-2 in 26 innings. That is the craziest career I think I've ever looked at.
Was there a war somewhere in the 1880s?
There was. Want to
Because
take a guess?
was it 81 to 83?
What?
Was the war in
Okay, you guys are
1881
talking
to
about two vastly
1883?
different wars here.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, no. I
Oh,
mean like an actual war
oh,
where
I
you
thought you meant like war of the
no, no,
stat.
no, no, sorry, my bad. Like a legitimate war where you serve your country and do all that shit. Because I'm still looking at this was Tommy Bond guy. He has very similar career arc
Okay,
as
but
our boy.
let's just quick. Can you guys guess what his career war is?
It's like
14.
it's like 16.
34.9.
Oh.
E.
Um, Tommy Bond was the greatest pitcher of all
He
time
was
for 6 years. Yeah.
he died in Port Carling, Canada
Oh,
in 1911.
nice. Well, not nice, but
We both nice death.
sorry, Will. Rest in peace, big dog.
I was thrown that he was in Canada.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
all
crazy.
right.
Interesting.
Is that it on Will White, guys?
Yeah, you know what? I'll go over Tommy Bond next week because Tommy Bond's got some ridiculous fucking
Yeah,
numbers.
Tommy Bond.
Shout out to Tommy Bond. Shout out to Will White.
Shout
Crazy.
out, shout out to us having to talk about the Blue Jays again.
Yeah. We're gonna have nothing to talk about for a couple
Um,
months, I think. I fear.
okay, wait.
Our off-season content's gonna go so hard.
Can you guys guess his war in it was 79 was his big season,
Yeah,
right?
79.
Right. Yeah, okay. Let's, you guys guess his war in 1979.
Is it like 20?
Brent,
6.8.
3.8.
He had a million walks, didn't he?
No, he had 68 and
Oh, I thought you
680
said
innings.
600 and something.
No,
War was
68 and
broken back then.
600
War
innings.
is a shit stat.
War is broken back then.
His first year in the minors, he had an 11.1.
That's insane.
War categorized his 1980 season better than his 1979. Less innings, higher ERA, way more losses, less strikeouts.
Crazy. Hey, shout out Will White. We miss you, buddy. Pitchers just aren't the same anymore. No one's fucking throwing up 500 innings.
No one's
Bunch
throwing
of
up 200.
bunch of babies.
Yeah, a bunch of bitches.
Why don't you pitch for 4 years like Will White and throw 500 innings a year?
Right?
Soft ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening to our bit on Will White. And
And
congrats to the Los Angeles Dodgers, I guess.
yes. Shout out to Teoscar Hernandez, Kevin Kiermaier, Anthony Bonda,
That's it. And
Freddie
Shohei's
Freeman.
dog. Hey, Freddie Freeman, the first person to ever play for Team Canada to win World Series MVP.
It's like because Joey Votto's never done it. So.
Nope. So yeah.
All
I don't
right.
think there's that many Canadians
No.
that would
Larry
be
Walker,
eligible.
maybe. But I don't think Larry Walker ever won one. Yeah. Brett Laurie, I guess, never did it.
That's ending on that. I don't know how we get
Yeah,
to that
yeah,
name.
man, you got it.
We'll catch you next week. Cheers.